Hello guys, welcome back to Chris Poly channel. This video I want to share about early preview and preparation for upcoming new region update Nobeland Ulu Kita, new endgame area of Black Desert World. Okay, to enjoy watch my video, make sure you turn on this video subtitle, and also you can use timestamp that I already provide to go to target topic that you want. And if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on bell notification to get any update and guide on Black Desert World. Okay, let's start this video content using any feature that I provide. Okay, in this video I will share anything that we know about new region Ulu Kita, new endgame monster zone on Black Desert World that Prebis officially announced on last Heddle Ball 2023 at June. Actually, about this new region Ulu Kita, I already spoiled about this information on my previous video long time ago at Black Desert Weekly News at 2nd week March 2023. So I already spot this Prebis activity to develop this new region 3 months before they officially announced on last Heddle Ball 2023. And if you check in this video, I just mentioning there are some activity development from Prebis that located south of Media region. And as you can see, this is some preview from my previous video when I mentioning on Black Desert Weekly News at 2nd week March 2023. And then on Heddle Ball 2023, Prebis just officially announced this new region area that have named Nobeland Ulu Kita. That this expansion new region on Media area actually is endgame monster zone that have require high AP and DP of your character to defeat any monster on this area. And at least after Global Lab update at 4 August 2023, Prebis officially announced this nearly final development for this new region Nobeland Ulu Kita on Global Lab server, and they already mentioned 2 monster zone from this Nobeland Ulu Kita, either City of the Dead that have recommended AP 310 and recommended DP 380, and the second monster zone is Tungrat Ruin that have recommended AP 320 and recommended DP 410. Actually, on Ulu Kita Monster Zone, they already schedule there are 4 monster zone on this new region. But for the third monster zone will release at September 2023 and the fourth monster zone will release at October 2023. And after we got this good news about new region Ulu Kita from Global Lab update at 4 August 2023, I just got more update from Videolytic website. As you can see, actually this is Media region, and below of this Media region, this Nobeland Ulu Kita area already been update, and as you can see, this is the tile map development for this new region Ulu Kita that located on south of Media region. And if I check more information on this website, actually Prebis already put some note on this Nobeland Ulu Kita region. As you can see, if I zoom in this area above this new region, you can see there are one way to enter this Nobeland Ulu Kita from this bridge, and in front of this bridge we can go to this castle. And if I zoom in more detail on this castle, actually this is looks like small village on Black Desert World. That this tentative name is Asper Village, and we can see this small village in form of castle, and I think this place is safe zone to restock and prepare to grinding on this Ulu Kita monster zone. But I'm not sure if this Asper Village have dedicated storage like any other city. So just wait for Prebis update. On next maintenance update, I will show you more detailed information when they update it first on Korea server. And for sure I will give you some tour when I exploring this Nobeland Ulu Kita on Korea server. And if I zoom out on this area, actually they already confirm there are 4 nodes that you can invest for first update Nobeland Ulu Kita region. But take notice some of this node name still tentative name that can be different after official translation is released. And first node connection from this Asper Village is Ates Husara. I think this is just node connection to connect to another node. And another connection from this node is go to Zezek Camp. And if I zoom in on this Zezek Camp, I think this is like small camp that you also can meet some NPC on this area. And this Zezek Camp also connected with another node, and I think this node is City of the Dead. But once again, name from this node still tentative that will fix after Prebis release official translation in English version. And I think this node is area for one of monster zone on this Nobeland Ulu Kita for City of the Dead monster zone. And I think the City of the Dead monster zone area have wider location by seeing from this map. And another node is Tungrat Ruin. And for sure, this is second monster zone on this Nobeland Ulukita that become the highest AP and DP require monster zone on Black Desert World right now. And if I zoom in on this Tungrat Ruin, I think monster zone on this Tungrat Ruin also have wide area, but I'm curious if we can enter this Tungrat Ruin after this update come. So just stay tuned on Chris Poly channel. I will explore and give some tour on this Tungrat Ruin after they release it first on Korea server. And if I zoom out on this area, actually first update for this is just half of this Nobeland Ulukita area. And another half for this Nobeland Ulukita will release on September and October 2023. And as you can see, actually south of this Nobeland Ulukita, density for any trees on this area is become low because Prebis still didn't update another part from this Nobeland Ulukita region. But we can see some concept like some small castle building on this area and also some ruin on this area, or maybe this is some village on lower terrain. And also I have spot some tower. There are looks like 3 tower that located on this area, and then some arena on this area, and also some building like castle on this area. And beside this castle, I spot some little village on this area. But actually, south part of this Nobeland Ulukita still might change in future. And Prebis already removed Tower of Will from this area. Okay, that's all some early information for this Nobeland Ulukita map that just update after Global Lab update at 4 August 2023. And next, my curiosity not only stop from seeing map from above, I also try to explore it from Global Lab server. As you can see, actually this is my Wosa character on Global Lab server. And when I go to this new area, actually I just surprised. There are some changes on this new area. But as you can see on this minimap, actually this area must have bridge that connect this media region with this Nobeland Ulukita region. But on Global Lab server, this bridge still not there. But I can see some landscape already update on this Nobeland Ulukita region. So without bridge, I will try to jump to this area using my tier 9 Doom on Global Lab server. But as you can see, actually my Wosa character with her Doom just got some bug because this is still under development. But after a while, at least I can swimming to go to this new region, Nobeland Ulukita. And I can touch land on this new region. And when I try to go more deep on this new region, actually there are still have invisible barrier, and I just spot some camp with some flag that have media logo on this area. So this is mentioning this area still considered as media region. So by this information, at least you know this Ulukita monster zone also will get occupation benefit from conquering media territory from your guild or your alliance during conquest war. And I also tried to force to enter this Ulukita area using Arduanat from side of media region. But sadly, when I try to gliding to cross this big river, my character just got stuck by this invisible barrier on Global Lab server because this Nobeland Ulukita still under development and cannot be explored right now. Even when I try to explore it from small island at south of this splashing point, when I try to gliding across this big river, I just got stuck with invisible barrier to enter this new region Ulukita. But actually in the past, if you watch my previous video about early preview for upcoming region Mountain of Eternal Winter that I released 2 years ago, because when I record this video, actually we still didn't know how large is Mountain of Eternal Winter region. But on this video, I show you similar exploration that right now we called it Ulukita. And in the past 2 years ago, I success to explore on this area. But once again, because this is still under development on Global Lab server, for sure this area is empty and just have some building. Okay, that's all some of my effort to try to early exploring this Nobeland Ulukita region. And I also got some information about some preview for knowledge on this Ulukita region. Like this knowledge, I think this knowledge mentioning about Sezek camp that located on this area. And then another knowledge shown some excavation that some people on media region found this gigantic ancient device that we called this gigantic ancient device is Ator. Actually about this Ator, this is become part of Black Desert lore like any other gigantic ancient device like ancient Puturum and Kutum. but this actor have humanoid form. And on this Ulukita region, Pribis already announced on last Heidelberg 2023 that they will release new endgame gear related with this actor called Atorcius. Actually, this Atorcius, I already mentioned it on my previous video about upcoming PvE content. That Pribis mentioned this Atorcius also will release after they complete to release all part from this Nobelen Ulukita region. And then since last Heidelberg 2023, they also mentioning we can get special item to enhance our file stack on our Black Spirit like using Origin of Dark Hunger, but this item can enhance our file stack to become maximum up to plus 300 file stack. And all this information, Pribis already announced it on last Global Lab update at 4 August 2023 that this item have two form, either Essence of Hunger. Actually, this is part of material that you can craft it to become real Origin of Dark Hunger as final material to enhance your file stack on your Black Spirit until up to plus 300 file stack. And both of this Essence of Hunger and Origin of Dark Hunger, you also can put it on Central Market. And anyone can purchase these two items using silver. So this will help both of veteran and new player to grow together because this is become additional source of silver for any veteran player who grinding on this Ulukita monster zone, but at the same time also become source of improvement file stack for any new or returning player just by purchasing it from Central Market. And also on this Ulukita Monster Zone, they also release new treasure item called Lavi Bad Mountain Upgraded Telescope. And this telescope, you can craft it using 3 material that all these 3 material can drop from any monster on Ulukita Monster Zone. So there are 3 precious items from this Ulukita Monster Zone, either this new treasure item, Lavi Bad Mountain Upgraded Telescope, Origin of Dark Hunger to enhance your file stack on your Black Spirit up to 300 file stack. And the last is new endgame gear for Zeus part called Atorcius. Okay, that's all any information that we have for this upcoming new region, Nobelen Ulukita. And now I will share some my preparation that you also can prepare for this upcoming new region update on this Nobelen Ulukita region. Okay, first thing that you need to prepare for sure is PvE gear for your character who will grinding any monster on this new region. Because any monster on this new region have high AP and DP. If you have 320 AP and also 410 DP, I think your character already prepared to grinding on this new monster zone when this Ulukita region update to our live server near future. So if you still didn't have this AP and DP, make sure you progress your character by enhancing your gear or purchase your gear from Central Market. And you can follow my guide for crafting some endgame gear like Dan Glove, Labraska Helmet, or Fallen God Armor. But take notice for this Fallen God Armor, actually this guide is very unique because I show you to craft this Fallen God Armor without pen gear. And this is unusual way to get Fallen God Armor. And you also can improve your AP and DP by finishing any adventure log that you can follow any guide for this adventure log on this playlist. And also finishing Kazarka Barrier of Infestation from level 1 until 5 to get permanently plus 1 AP and DP for all your character in your account. And also get permanent plus AP and DP from Odelita and Kama Sylvia family status quest that I explained about this content guide on this video. And also finishing Land of the Morning Light region content that I guide you on this roadmap activity that I also show you to get total plus 1 AP and plus 2 DP for all your character in your account. And if you still play seasonal character as your first character, you also can follow my guide to fast leveling to progress your seasonal character following on this video that I guide you from last winter season 2021. Actually, even this guide is about past season, but any content on this video still valid until now. Okay, the next preparation that you can prepare is preparing contribution point to invest any node on this Nobelen Ulukita. And by seeing this early map from Videolithic website, actually this Esper village, we didn't need any contribution point to invest on this node because this node will automatically invest after you refill this area. And there are 4 nodes on this first update of this Ulukita region, and this 4 nodes only need 1 contribution point to invest. So if you want to invest all this node, you only need 4 contribution point after this update come, but actually the main node that you must invest to get additional drop rate from this monster zone is 3 contribution point to connect to this node Ates Husara and Tungrat Ruin, and also invest on the City of the Dead. But for this Zezek camp, until I record this video, I still didn't have any reason to invest on this Zezek camp. But better if you prepare additional 1 contribution point, so total you need 4 contribution point to prepare to invest on all this node. And more detailed guide for this node investment, you can watch my previous video about basic guide for node investment part 1 that talking about 10% drop rate buff. But when I record this video, from Videolytic website, all this node didn't have any node to send any worker to gathering or work for its area, and just wait for Pre-Abyss update for updating this information. And then to prepare any item from this Ulukita region, first item that I want to mention is to preparing Ator shoes. And same as another endgame gear, for sure we can expect process to crafting this Ator shoes is same, that we can prepare some material, either choosing Pen Muskan shoes with Kapras level 10, or you also can prepare Pen Urugon shoes with Kapras level 10, or another option you also can choose Pen Black Star shoes, that you can choose one of these shoes as material to craft this Ator shoes. And then to prepare this new treasure item, Luffy Bad Mountain Upgraded Telescope, actually since last Heidelball 2023, Pre-Abyss already mentioned, we also already can prepare one of this material. And at last Global Lab update at 4 August 2023, when I mentioning about Luffy Bad Mountain Upgraded Telescope, they already give more detailed information about this Luffy Bad Mountain Upgraded Telescope, especially anything that we can prepare from previous update. We can prepare previous material to craft Luffy Bad Mountain Upgraded Compass that we can get this part from Vodkan Monster on Histria Ruin. But we need 3 pieces this Luffy Bad Mountain Upgraded Compass part from Vodkan Monster to get 1 part for this Luffy Bad Mountain Upgraded Telescope. And any other part for this telescope, we only can get it from Ulukita Monster Zone. But take notice, this part that we also can craft it from compass part that we can get from Vodkan also can be dropped directly from Ulukita Monster Zone. And the last preparation for any new and returning player, especially to improve your file stack to enhance your gear, you also can prepare some silver to purchase this Origin of Dark Hunger or this Essence of Hunger that's sold by any player who can grinding on this Ulukita Monster Zone. And this will help you to catch up with any other veteran player, especially to reach endgame AP and DP gear. Because as I already mentioned previously on last Global Lab update at 21 July 2023, after all this update come to our live server, soft cap gear on Black Desert World will be increased because Pre-Abyss already released any endgame monster zone that require 310 AP and 400 DP, either from Dekia Lantern, Ulukita Monster Zone, and any other previous monster zone like Olun Valley, Crypt of Resting Tout, and Ash Forest area. Okay, that's all any early information about this new region, Nobeland Ulukita, and feel free to comment on this video comment section about your thought for this upcoming new region of Black Desert World, and stay tuned on Chris Poly channel. I will show you more detailed information about this Nobeland Ulukita Monster Zone when this new region release on Korea server. And special thanks to all my membership for direct support via Patreon, Karya Karsa, and YouTube membership, and also my current member Dubiadut, Jimmy Snake, Doki, Angel, Ayrton, Bebu, Detraki, Snot, Soren, Afrilka, El Familia, Devil Soul of Dime Myler, Drunken Video, Jeff S Gold member, and also for all my silver and bronze member, thank you so much for all your direct support. This will make Chris Poly channel running and growing more faster. If you want to support me directly, I will very grateful. And as special thanks, I will put your name on my video depend on your support level, and be noticed at some level there are have some limit, so make sure you didn't get run out for this limited space. and I will put your name on every subsequent video that I release for the duration of your support. And if you want to join my membership to support me directly, you can go to any platform for Patreon, Karya Karsa, and YouTube membership. I already put link for this membership on this video description, or you can check on top right of this video. I already put card for Patreon link. Okay guys, that's all some early preview and preparation for upcoming new region Nobeland Ulu Kita. Hope all this information can be useful for you. If you like this video, you can like and subscribe to my channel for another guide and update. Thank you for watching. See you next time.